presentation here, we're going to interrupt this mingling just a little bit to get a few things out of the way. If we can have people that are either move towards the front or towards the sides of the room so that other people can see all the way in the back.
Is that too loud?
Okay. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mike Torpy, who was our senior class president in 1975. He's got a little speech and introduce some of the more prominent people of our history.
Well, thanks for the welcome. I really didn't expect even any applause or anybody to even remember me. Petrified. Welcome, class of 75, to our 10-year reunion. If you're like me, that was the fastest 10 years of your life. Remember the 10 years before that? The time it took to get from grade 2 to grade 12. Now that was a long time. Just think, the kids that we were counselors for at Camp Waskowitz graduated from high school 4 years ago. Can you believe that? Probably some of them even graduated from college by now. 3 months after we graduated from Tyee, I was packing up to go to WSU. And I got to thinking I was feeling a little sad, just a little bit lonely.
I'll keep mine over here then.
So I jogged down to Tyee just to visit it just one last time. You know what I found? Found a bunch of empty buildings. No big surprise, since school hadn't even started yet. But what I found was I wasn't going to miss a bunch of empty buildings at all. I was going to miss my friends, and my coaches, and my teachers, and my class, the class of 75. Tyee will never be the same without the class of 75. But that's what we have reunions for. For all friends to get together and mingle, some we haven't seen for a full 10 years.
And then love will keep us together.
Now let's do this. Just for kicks,
I thought you were. He said it.
let me introduce the sophomore, the junior, and the senior class officers. After I call out their names, I guess you're going to have to yell because you're not going to see them standing. How about if we come forward? We'll have the class officers come forward. Let's start out with the sophomore class. Mark Grimm, President. Mark Grimm. Sue Wademan, Vice President. Big round of applause. Let's get her up here. Jody Kim, Secretary. Come on up, Jody. Anita Davidson, Treasurer. Anita? Christy Gioli, Historian. Come on, Christy. Our sophomore class officers. Okay, let's have the next class come up. You want to stay here? That's everybody, okay. Junior class, Monty Anderson, President. I know Monty's here. Come on, Monty. Big round of applause. Let's get him up here. Christy Jolie, who happens to be up here already. Chris Judy, Secretary. Is Chris here? Chris. Chris Judy.
Chris is coming.
Gary Granger, Treasurer. There's Chris. And Linda Pollard, Historian. There we go. junior class? Senior class. I'm already up here. Nora Girlstad, Vice President. Carol New, Secretary. And Randy Hinshaw as Treasurer, and as you might recall, we lost Randy partway through the year to leukemia, okay? Brian Henderson, who accepted Randy's position as Treasurer, he filled it for the remainder of the year. So let's have Brian Henderson. Sue Stark, Historian. And Craig Edmonds, our Senior Senator. Come on, Craig, come on. There we go. These are all the class officers. Give them a big round of applause. Yay! That's it. You can sit down. Okay. What I'd like to go through also is I think we ought to recognize the people that put this reunion together. Okay? The reunion committee. Sue Stark. Sue. Pardon me? Yes, stand out here again. Denise Hill. Sandy Stroming. And Nora Bilstead. Now the last three I'm going to mention were really the core of the committee. They really did a lot of work and put a lot of time in. Carol New. Craig Edmonds. And Greg Brandt. These guys put an awful lot of time in. Give them a big round of applause. They got a real nice night here tonight. And with that, I'd like to bring back Craig Edmonds. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Okay, we're going to give away a few door prizes and then some gifts to some obvious winners. I'd like to welcome everybody back for our 10-year reunion and make a few quick announcements here. I'd like to remind everybody that there is a photographer in a room that's adjoining this one. It's called Salon 1. Pictures are $3 for you and your spouse or your friends or however you want to group the deal. And then for $1, including the postage, we're going to have some another booklet, like our resume booklet, except for just pictures sent out. So if nothing else, I encourage you to spend $1 and get some of these photographs of our 10-year reunion. This will include pictures from tomorrow's picnic. So at this time, I'd like to give away the award for the couple that has been together the longest from our class. This couple has been together for 16 years. Yeah, long time. I think they've been together since 7th grade. Okay, the people that I'd like to come up here now to receive a gift are Jim and Janae Moss. I saw them here earlier. I know they were here earlier. You still out there, Jim, Janae? Come forward. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. What we have for them tonight is an album, a frame that has several different places for pictures for all the memories for chronologically through their life for 16 years. I hope they enjoy it. All right. All right. Now the next award we're going to give out is for the person with the most number of children. And at the time that this At the time this award was given, we only had one. It turns out there might have been a tie, but I haven't been given a definitive answer on that. So we're going to go with the winner as being Chris Cioli. She has 4 kids. We gave Chris a recipe book called Kids in the Kitchen so that her kids can help around the kitchen. We know she's spending a lot of time at home right now.
No more help in the kitchen.
She's got plenty of help in the kitchen. Let's give a big round of applause for Chris. Okay, our next award is for the person with the oldest child. How old do you think that is? 12 years old. Okay, and their daughter's name is Andrea. I'd like Jennifer Ely to come up here. Come on, Jennifer. Now you're back there. Jennifer and her husband were responsible for printing up these resume books that you received here tonight. So I'd like a big round of applause. We got her a dictionary so she can look up all the words that her kid is coming up with. Andrea's coming up with now. She doesn't know. Yeah. Thanks, Jennifer. We're going to give out an award now for the graduate that has the most recent newborn child. And I believe that's about 2 weeks old now. Mr. Norman Honorati. Mr. Norman Honorati, come up. We got Norm, yeah, he's got 3. He's going to get some baby wipes because we know that they never have enough of those with those newborn kids. All right. Thanks, Norm. Okay, the next award we're giving out is for the most recently married. Most recently married from our class, I believe, is Miss Hazel Gressett. Is she here still? She was here earlier, I saw her. I'd like her to come forward, her and her husband. 1 week. 1 week. Have a good one on the class. At this time, I'd like to introduce the most eligible bachelor in the class. Okay? And this is the guy that has succeeded in avoiding marriage now for 10 years since high school. Okay? And we have a lot of them out there still. A lot of eligible bachelors, but not a lot of eligible bachelorettes. So it was a really tough decision. But we're going to give it to a person who just had his first building design and built in Kent, Mr. Greg Brandt. He's an architect. Does everybody know that building downtown that's built upside down? All right, okay. Yeah, Greg was a little weird in high school, and he got off on the wrong foot. But now that his second building that's being built in Kent down there, and things are going pretty good. We'd like to give him a bottle of wine to keep his spirits high. Okay, Now we'd like to give an award at this time for the couple who has traveled clear across the United States from Maryland, Mr. Brian Henderson and Ms. Carla Holt. Traveled clear from Maryland. We'd like to give them the award for the travel the farthest to come to the reunion. We're going to give them a road atlas so they can make sure they find their way back. Thanks for coming to the reunion, Brian, Carla. Okay, the next award we're going to give is for the Bachelorette, the most eligible Bachelorette. And we determined this based upon those who submitted resumes from the booklet because we didn't know what everybody was doing. And we came to the conclusion that we had to give a bottle of Matou's, which I guess the story goes in high school that it kind of gets you on the excited side. Yeah, Carol tells me that anyway. So we'd like to invite Miss Maureen Holloway up here as the most eligible Bachelorette. Maureen works in insurance and owns her own business in Renton. Okay, we got a couple more here. And we'd like to, the next award we're going to give out is for the person who has changed the least. Who did you decide on that one? Okay, we got this all settled out here. The person who changed the least is Drew Bowman. He still looks like he did when he was 14, right? Something really stable, a house. All right. Okay, one more gift before we have the drawing for the prizes that are left over. And that's for the person who has changed the most by our standards. We'd like to present this award tonight to Mr. Greg Adamson. He's changed a hell of a lot. Come on. Get that ball right up here. Okay, I'd like to call Sandy Stromey up here to draw a few names out of the hat. We have a couple plans and 3 gifts left to draw for people who had their name put in the drawing. Okay, the first person is Jean Coulon. Jean, come up here. Come on, you gotta be here in order to put your name in the prize. Yeah, okay, here we go, here she comes. All right. Got lucky, huh? So you want to come here and draw a name for the gifts? Yeah. I mean, you're standing close. Okay. The second person to have a gift is Ronna Abel. Ronna Abel, everybody heard of Ronna, that's for sure. Come on up here. Still looking good. Yeah? Is everything like that? Okay, thanks. Okay, Sue's going to draw a name here for another gift. Sorry, you already won a prize. You don't get two. Next one is Mr. John Goodspeed. He doesn't deserve one, but he's here anyway.
You're so shy.
Hey. Okay, we got two more. Could I get Mr. Mike Torpy to come up here and draw a name? Okay, we got one more gift here after this one. This one goes to Miss Cindy Merkel. Everybody remember Cindy Merkel? I do. Come on, Cindy, you must be here.
Where's Cindy?
Where's Cindy Merkel? Come on. Oh, yeah. Cindy's getting a non-alcoholic beverage. For those who know anything about that. Okay, I'd like to ask Miss Darby Olson to come up here and select the last prize winner, since she has to be in the front row and I recognize her.
She's in the front row.
Let's see if Darby can pick her own name out of this one. Okay, she picks out Miss Karen Krause. Karen Krause, you here tonight? You still here? Come forward. All right. She almost got changed the most. Came that close. Still gorgeous though. Okay. I'd like to remind everybody of a few things again. I don't know if you heard me before. We have pictures in a room that's right down here adjacent to this one. It's $3 for a picture of your wife and you, or your friend and your spouse, or whoever you want to get in the picture. And for $1, hey, just $1. I mean, this is really cheap, folks. What you normally spend on a chip at Denny's, you can get a picture, a photo album of all the bunch of black and whites from our 10-year reunion. See all the friends that you may not have got to talk to. Tomorrow is the picnic at Lake Sammamish State Park, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're going to have games for children and stuff like that, so bring your whole family. We want to meet everybody. You know, it's your whole life now. Anything else? Oh. Okay, I can do that. Yeah. Okay, if I can get your attention again. Does everybody still want a program, or do we just want to go on and mingle? There's a few things that I want to tell you about that I did in high school that most people didn't know. Does everybody remember the time we had to go out and pick up all the toilet paper off the high school grounds at 8 a.m.? Well, John Goodspeed and Anita Davison and Carol Gamble and Mark Saturday and myself went out at about midnight, and we stole 50 rolls of toilet paper. We toilet papered the whole high school and wrote Highline rules, Tyee sucks all over. I remember the whole high school having to go out and clean up that mess one day. It ended up that we won one of our few football games that we won the whole year. Right? So it worked. That's what our purpose was. Okay. So,
Party's over.
I don't know if anybody ever remembers. Okay, 10 years ago, maybe 11 years ago, was the first time we saw a natural childbirth film. Does everybody remember that? All the girls went, woo! And all the guys went, whoa! Seriously. No, I haven't. But a lot of us have here. We got like 112 kids in our class reunion, 116 spouses, and we congratulate all those parents, man. They're putting up with a lot. I'm glad I'm not there. Okay, does everybody remember the time when they made class time available so we could write those carefree gum things? No? I mean, they passed out the 5.5 by 7 sheets of paper and we write carefree gum, carefree gum, carefree gum for like hours at a time. Our high school made more than any other high school. We made over 1 million of those little fuckers. And I'll tell you what, this is what really irked me, okay? I was there, and when they decided who won that contest, that stupid little school only put out 248,000 of those things. And I know we had boxes and boxes of those little, you know what I mean. So, hey, does everybody remember when we sold those Zots, those little candies, our junior year? Penny a piece. We never made a cent on those things. We lost about $300. Yeah, we sold licorice. We sold pickles in junior high school. Remember that? Okay. And then the popcorn. Anybody in the band sell toothbrushes so they can go to Hawaii? Remember that? Okay. I'll tell you what, there's a few things that a lot of people missed out in high school was doing the frogs, cutting those frogs up the middle. Yeah, I got to do that. I know everybody forgot about it, but they remember now. Okay, what about football? Did we win like 3 or 4 games in 3 years? Yeah. We had a lot of fun, man, but we didn't win anything.
Unfortunately, we didn't win one single league football game all the way through.
Good record, huh?
Yeah. I think we're 3-27. Okay. We had a hell of a lot of fun, though. That's the whole thing. I got one more thing that I'd like to ask people if they remember, and this is kind of the big thing that everybody remembers from junior high school, and that was their first PE shower, where they had to shower with everybody else naked. Remember that? First time, you're going, whoa. I remember that. So, we tried to get a hold of a lot of the teachers. Ian just told me that part of the video is some of the shower scenes. So I'd like everybody to just move forward if you can onto the dance floor and watch this video. It's only 7 minutes long. We tried to get a lot of teachers here. Most of them aren't able to do so. We're going to need about 2 minutes to set this thing up, so just kind of hang in there.
Why don't all of you move up? We're going to have a nice show for you.
Okay, while everybody's up here, I got one more. Okay. Hey, does everybody remember whenever we were streaking down McDonald's? John Goodspeed, Wendell Malmberg, they were streaking down McDonald's. I remember that. I was pulling them in the back of that Bronco. You know that. Well, I got you up here. I've got one more presentation to give, and that's a gift certificate that we bought for the person who put this whole thing together, Miss Carol New. I'd like to have a big round of applause. She worked for 600 hours.
We've been working on the reunion now for about a year, and we didn't realize when we started this whole process what exactly we're getting into. And believe me, it took a lot of work to get us all together here tonight. Throughout the year, it became very apparent that there was one person who contributed a lot more to getting this together than the rest, and that was Carol New. She has her name on probably every important document associated with the reunion. She was the bookkeeper, the treasurer. She hasn't had any sleep in the last 3 weeks because she's been busy getting the last-minute details taken care of. And at this time, I'd like to present her with the gift certificate from the class of 1975. Thank you, Carol. Thanks a lot, you guys. I'm really glad to see a good turnout on this, and it makes all the work worthwhile by seeing a lot of good faces, a lot of smiles, a lot of familiar faces, and some that I don't really quite remember. A lot of people out there have really changed a lot, but we have met our budget. We're not losing money, thank God, because we've got a lot of people to come, and I'm really glad to see all of you. It's been a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I haven't had too much time to enjoy it, but the next couple hours I'm going to try and get around and talk to everybody. We've got a program that's up next that's going to show pictures from the annual, some memories that you all may remember, just some good times from high school. I think it'll all be really enjoyable for you. So have a good time, have a few beers, enjoy, and I'm glad you all made it. Thank you.
I'd like to remind everybody here that this reunion wouldn't be possible without the people who sent their money in ahead of time. You see, when we were seniors in high school, the money that we had left over from our class, we just turned over to the juniors to use at their discretion. So we had nothing to work with. So those people that are out here tonight that just showed up at the door and paid at the door, I'd like to remind you that when we have our 20-year reunion, we'd like you to pay in advance, because the Marriott requested like $4,000, and it's kind of hard to come up with that kind of money out of your own pocket. Carol wants to.
Does anybody want to be a class officer for the next reunion? I think I've had it. One thing I want to say, hey, we got Greg Vaughn! We got one! 15 years is all Greg. I do want to say one thing, is that I've had more support through this whole thing with my husband. He has put up with me, and at times I think he swears he doesn't have a wife, but he's been excellent. He got me a dozen roses this week for working so hard, and he's fantastic. He's right over there, and he is fantastic. And he's been helping put this whole thing together, even though he doesn't belong to this class, so that takes a lot.
Thank you, Carol. One more thing. Tomorrow afternoon at the picnic, we're going to have a fish bowl for those people who would like to donate cash, so we could get a money market certificate or a CD or something to save a little bit of money plus some interest for our 20-year reunion. So I'd just like everybody to think about that a little bit. Not too much. $1, $2, $5, whatever you can afford. If you can't afford anything, no big deal. So, okay, we're ready for the video now, I think. Just about. Minute, 2 minutes, Ian? 4 minutes. 4 minutes. You might want to grab a last-minute drink before we stand here and watch the video, but it's a video from high school. Thank you.